Hello everyone, welcome to another new video. In this video, we'll talk about today's market, that what happened in today's market. As we know that today is the closing of Nifty 50, so we'll focus on Nifty 50 and what are the key newses or key situations and why the market fall today. So as we know that Nifty 50 today gap up, and after doing gap up, it fell from the high to the lower levels, and again it recovered in the second half of their market. So let's start. So going ahead, stock market today, that Indian market, the Sensex and Nifty 50 closed flat today. As we know that it gains shares of ITC, ONGC, Tata Motors, SBI were offset by losses in those of Mahindra and Mahindra, Bajaj Finance, Larsen and Turbo, and HDFC Bank. These are the some stocks which try to impact the market to go lower. As indices remain sideways on today, continuing the trend of selectively picking some stocks while booking profits in others. As experts point out that the market is struggling to break out of its range due to a lack of fresh triggers, and this trend may persist until the budget announcement on July 23. As many experts are telling that the budget is coming and also the quarter one result is coming, and these are some key factors the investors are keeping in mind before investing in the stock market. So next one is that the focus was also on the US CPI, which is due later today, as it will shape expectations of rate cuts by the US Fed Chair Jerome Powell in his testimony to Congress on Wednesday. The central bank needs more data to start cutting rates, tell by the Jerome Powell. So as we know that today is the day where US going to announce their inflation data, and the global investors all eyes are on the US data, that what will be the data and what are the decisions taken by the US central government. As we know that if the US is going to cut any type of interest rate, then it is a impact on global market, as all the countries central banks will be cut their Fed rate also. So that's why it's important. As you know, if we talk about the top gainers today, then Gujarat Pipavav Port closed at 236, gains 7.67%. Second one is Oil India, gains 551.5, it gains 7.55%. Third one is Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders, closed at 5,739.10, gains 7.16%. And next one is Great Eastern Shipping Company, closed at 1455.65, it gains 6.9%. So as we know, the shipping companies gain more of the share today, while if we talk about the top losers today, then Tube Investments of India is declined by 6.2%, at closed at 4244.25. The second stock is Glenmark Life Sciences, closed at 842.85, it declined by 4.11%. The third one is Raymond, closed at 2047.45, it declined by 35.6%. And also the sum 361 work, it closed at 969.10, and it closed at 3.79%, while the all focus are on Raymond because Raymond fall on around 35%, which is a huge amount in stock market. It also a loss of 1105 points in a single day. Now comes to the Nifty 50. The Nifty 50 closed nearly 9 points or 0.03% of lower at 24,315.95, and the Sensex settled 27 points or 0.03% of down at 79,897.34. Shares of ITC, ONGC, Tata Motors, SBI, and Coal India stood as the top 5 Nifty movers. On the flip side, shares of Mahindra and Mahindra, Bajaj Finance, Larsen and Turbo, HDFC Bank, and ICICI Bank ended as the top 5 drags on the index. The BSC mid cap and small cap indices outperformed the benchmarks, rising 0.34% and 0.57% respectively. The overall market capitalization of the firm listed on BSC rose to nearly 451.3 lakh crores from the nearly at 450.1 lakh crores in the previous session, making investors richer by over 1 lakh crore in a single day. It's a huge amount by the NSE and the investors, as we know that now all investors are investing their money, and as we know that for the last 10 to 15 trading sessions all the investors are investing and buying in the stock market of the overall global market, and now it's the time to go for the profit booking by the investor. And as for the last two trading session, we can see that now all the investors are taking their profits from a market where it every day it closed at negative mark, where if we as we see that today's market that it also a gap up and also closed at the down level, so it's a also a negative sign for the market. And as for our data that we didn't take any type of trade today, and also our watch is for the US Fed data. And as we know that tomorrow is also a day where India is going to announce their data. So our focus is on the both side, that which country is perform better and what are the key levels or key important uses which are focused on the Indian government and also the US government, because everybody's focus is on the inflation data, and inflation data of the June will tell us the country's growth and their weakness. And if you talk about the additional uses, then everybody's eye on the solar system and also the petroleum sectors, like as we know that now BPCL, Indian oils all are fell by the and all are traded at the lower levels because of the oil prices in the global market. And if you talk about some additional uses, then the gold is traded on the above of 72,000, which is also a not a investable one, because no one is going to invest in gold on the above of 72,000. That's why the investors are cutting their investment from the gold sector to closed at and to closed and to invest in stock market. So that is the main sign to invest in the stock market. If you talk about the Nifty 50, then it closed at 0.29% of changes, where sectors like IT sector perform best with a 0.69% of increasement. Media sector up by 0.57% up today. So these are all today, and thank you.